Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Babin. Thank you, Bettina. Thank you, all COFACE team, for your support in order to realize this training, in order to make our dreams come true for the COFACE Families Europe Link education program. Thank you all for your participation. Thank you, Mrs. Pateraki, because you are going to share with us your knowledge and experience from the European School Education Platform. This presentation refers to the first training course of the great initiative of COFACE Families Europe to create the Link education platform for European families and professionals working with families. The idea behind the creation of this training on bullying prevention and intervention is that all kinds of professionals and educators working with children need very practical and explicit tools that can be used as manuals in their everyday interactions with children and their families, especially at times when bullying and violence are rising phenomena worldwide. So we can move directly to our to the content of the training. In this training, there are three main sections. The first one is the introductory one for school violence, bullying, and cyberbullying. The second one is about bullying prevention, and the third one is bullying intervention. The first one, which is an introductory section on school bullying, violence, and cyberbullying, is a section where trainees become familiar with the terms and are helped to understand the differences between the forms of bullying and violence occurring between children and adolescents. Other topics that are discussed are the cycle of school bullying, where does school bullying occur, factors related to bullying, reactions to bullying, the signs of bullying, short and long-term consequences, and some statistics worldwide. The second section is about bullying prevention. The reasons, the criteria that make the whole school approach so important is analytically explained, therefore highlighting the great significance of activating all professionals working with children and their families or their carers to cooperate in order to find the best possible solutions in each case. Some of the questions that are answered in this section may be: what educators can really do to motivate children to think about the reasons that bullying is a totally unacceptable behavior for everyone without using punishment, of course? How is it possible in everyday practice to help children develop assertiveness? How educators can reinforce their communication bridges with children by using the active listening technique? Which are the three facilitative core conditions for a teacher who acts as a counselor? These are some of the questions raised and answered in this section. The third section is about bullying intervention methods. Here, the most well-known applicable approaches to school bullying are presented. And it is important that here also, throughout the section, trainees interact with the exercises and the branching scenarios so as to become fully equipped with all necessary skills and feel ready to implement them the next day in the classroom. The main emphasis given here for educators so as to help children think about the reasons why bullying is unacceptable in any case. So, the main emphasis here is given to anthropocentric methods, as they are called, which means methods without the use of punishment. However, even in those cases that some form of punishment has to be used, there are certain parameters that have to be taken into consideration and a certain communication approach for addressing the child. So far, if we would like to summarize a bit what has been said already, is that permit me for a second, because I want to move the... Yes, thank you. That the strengths of this training is that it presents very explicitly the most important and internationally recognized methods addressing to school bullying. The importance of a whole school approach is thoroughly analyzed, and there is a balanced combination between theory and practice. Also, the training is customized according to the real practical needs of the educators. So if you are an educator and professional working with children, all pedagogists, all educators can better understand and embed the training material, since they are interacting in the course through simulation techniques and branching scenarios. They are empowered to learn how to use empathy and seek for the best possible solutions for preventing bullying behaviors and resolving conflicts. And they can also very easily navigate through the course, as well as choose the units that they mostly need to practice in their everyday job. What will you achieve in the end? By the end of the course, you will be able to understand and explain the characteristics of bullying behavior and the different types of bullying, including cyberbullying, describe the cycle of bullying and the social dynamics of the phenomenon, learn how to talk to children who are victims of bullying and children who are engaging in bullying, develop actions you can take to prevent bullying and create a positive school climate, understand the significance of adopting a whole school approach to prevent and tackle bullying, and implement step by step the most well-known and tested non-punitive methods for combating school bullying. Now we can see some of the slides of the actual training. This one is the introductory image of the slide of the cycle of bullying, which is the it's a video. Here, if someone presses the buttons around the cycle, we'll see all types of personalities involved in bullying and how these personalities can influence each other. This one is another image of taken from the section of prevention. It is an interactive exercise where educators are introduced with the prevention stages and the importance of keeping a balance of interactions for implementing a whole school approach. And we go now to some of the images of the third section, the intervention section. The way we work in this section is the following. First, we have 3 videos with general principles for pedagogists, for educators, concerning, first, their communication with a child who suffers from bullying. These are some general principles that is very important to have in mind. Second, the communication of educators with pupils who engage in bullying, pupils who bully others, and a separate section about how teachers or educators can better communicate with the parents or the carers of children who experience any form of bullying. After that, the 2 most well-known methods that have many applications in everyday life are presented. This is the first image of the video of the no-blame approach introduced by George Robinson and Barbara Maines, where the method is very explicitly presented. And after that, we have case study, a case scenario, which is presented step by step in order professionals working with children to assimilate, to fully understand every step of this procedure in practice. Here we can see some of the images of this case scenario. And then likewise, we present the common concern method. This is the first slide of the video, The common concern method was introduced by Anatol Pikas, and it mainly concerns children who exercise bullying to others and how educators can treat these children with this certain procedure. It is very analytically explained again, and then we have a case scenario, a case study, which is presented also very analytically step by step. Last but not least, we refer to 3 very crucial stages that are necessary in every counseling procedure between the professional and the child when using personalized approaches to tackle bullying. The first step is listen to the child, how we can listen by using the active listening technique, which is very thoroughly presented, and we have many examples of active listening in this training. Excuse me. The second step is the brainstorming step, where together with the child who is involved in bullying, the teacher tries to find some solutions to solve the problem, and in the end, the child picks up the solution that thinks that it is best for him or her, and they proceed to implementing the first solution. And if the first solution does not work, they go to the second, to the third, and so on. And the third step, which is the action plan, which is what is actually done, how the plan has worked during the week, and what the child has done, and what the teacher can do in order to help the situation. So these are the 3 basic steps using almost in every procedure, in every tool used for handling bullying cases. In the end of this training, there is a small quiz for the trainees so as to help them test their new knowledge they have got from the training. And at the end, a certificate of completion is signed by COFACE Families Europe and COMOP. Before finishing this short presentation, I would like to share with you some numbers. So since November 2022, 616 educators and other professionals who work with children have completed the course. 408 from them were Greek educators, and 208 were educators from other countries. And 719 trainings are still in progress. And last, I would like to thank you all on behalf of COFACE and express that COFACE Families Europe and its organizations strongly believe that training professionals working with families and carers is one of the fundamental approaches to produce changes in societies for the benefit of the families. We would like also to kindly invite you all to share this information about this training course to every professional in your country, in your environment that may need it, and upscale his or her knowledge about this field. Thank you very much.